Dell probably isn't the first company you'd think of when it comes to portable gaming hardware, but they are trying for something new with the UFO concept. And this is a device that's clearly taking some inspiration from the Nintendo Switch. It is an 8-inch tablet PC with controller accessories, and of course it can be docked to a TV to use like a typical gaming console. What's really interesting is that this device is just a PC. It's running Windows, it's not really running any special software yet, but I can imagine throwing Steam on this, turning on full picture mode, and having a pretty decent console experience. It also reminds me of the NVIDIA Shield tablet, which is a device that they were trying to pitch as a very gaming-oriented, portable way to play everything on the road. Dell isn't really talking about what's powering the UFO concept, certainly because that could change down the line. But I was able to play F1 racing, and it performed really well in handheld mode. I could tell it was like close to 60 FPS, but sometimes it dipped lower. And on the TV side, I played World War Z with the controller docked to like a accessory similar to the Nintendo Switch, and that performed pretty well too. But it's also clear that this is all very new territory for Dell. The controller is huge, the device itself is very, very big. It reminds me a bit of the Dreamcast controller. It's just very circular. There's a lot of space at the bottom that just doesn't really need to be there. And the device in total is super awkward to hold. I wouldn't want to hold this for very long. This is something Nintendo learned with the Switch Lite. The original Switch is a very convenient, nice system, but I've always found it a bit hard to hold for a long period. This one is even bigger. And I've talked to Dell, and they're really thinking about different sizes and things like that. So a lot of this is up in the air. But as a concept right now, it just seems like a really cool way for people who like PC games, maybe not the most demanding ones in the world. This could be a good solution for playing them on the go. Certainly Dell has a lot of room for improvement. The controller is a little awkward. It has everything you'd expect. It has 2 analog sticks, it has a directional pad, some face buttons, and triggers up top. I found the placement of the analog sticks to be kind of weird. I wanted the one on the right to maybe be a little lower. The triggers themselves feel really weird because they function, you kind of have to press them in deeply. It just felt like when I was playing World War Z, it felt like I almost had to like press into the controller in a way that felt very awkward and not like I'm used to on the Xbox or PlayStation 4. I definitely wouldn't want to play a game using this controller for very long. And I'd liken it maybe to like the Steam controller, which is another thing that takes a bit of getting used to, but I've been able to play games far better with that. So this is all very much a concept. It's probably something Dell may not even release if it doesn't really see a need for it, but it's a cool experiment. And I'm certainly hoping we'll see more PC manufacturers look at the PC form factor, kind of take it in different ways. HP did a really cool thing with the compact desktop that we reviewed a couple years ago, where that is something you can plug into a backpack and play for VR, but it's also a desktop system and it can be docked to your TV. So we are seeing this really interesting hybrid of PC hardware getting to your TV, allowing you to play games more easily. This concept will definitely need more work, and if Dell ever ends up selling it, it'll probably have to come in pretty cheap too, because look at the Switch Lite, look at the Switch, look at how much that system can do at pretty low price points. I can't imagine Dell could sell this for more than $300. Even PC enthusiasts, I don't think would be super interested in that.